Welcome to my channel, where I'll share what I've learned about winning at the game of life. My name is Peter. I'm 55 years old, retired, debt-free, and married with 3 great kids that we homeschooled. This channel isn't a side hustle, it's my retirement hobby, because I like helping others succeed. So any money made by this channel will be donated to nonprofits. If you like what you've heard so far, please keep listening. So you might be wondering, Pete, what is it that uniquely qualifies you to speak about these topics? If you knew me for any length of time, you'd know that sharing about my success makes me very uncomfortable. But with so many people out there giving advice, I thought it was important for me to establish some credibility with you, my viewers. My wife and I have kept the majority of our success private, because we wanted to lead normal lives, build genuine friendships, and raise our kids to be successful adults. Because I value your time, I'll just summarize some of the highlights here, and then go into more detail either later in this video or in other videos. I'll never forget what one of my aunts told me when I was in my 20s. She said I was like a force of nature, going through life, knocking down and succeeding at one goal after another. I officially retired at 55, but I could have retired much sooner. When I was around 12 or 14 years old, I remember having 2 goals very clearly. One of those goals was to build an underwater hotel off the coast of Hawaii, and the other goal was to become a millionaire by age 40. While I never built that underwater resort, I did hit my other goal almost a decade ahead of schedule.
$1 million.
That doesn't mean everything has been roses and sunshine, but I will talk openly and honestly about the good and the bad. When the global financial crisis hit in 2007, we were devastated. We thought we were well diversified between the stock market and real estate holdings, but when that happened, everything we owned was instantly worth half what it was overnight. At the time, I'd invested heavily in flipping homes, and it took me 10 years to unwind that mess, including people breaking into the homes, pulling wires out of the walls, and selling the metal for scrap. My parents were both entrepreneurs, and I learned a lot from them. Growing up, we had amazing years where we got to drive a Mercedes and take all kinds of exotic vacations. But we also had bad years where we had to watch every penny and eat government cheese. I paid for college myself, majoring in computer technology and graduating with honors, and also with a minor in foreign languages and literature. During college, I worked multiple jobs, but I did take out some student loans because I didn't know any better. I'm a huge Dave Ramsey fan, but he's only a few years older than me, so there was no one at the time to give me good advice about making it through college debt-free. In fact, there was no such thing as talk radio, podcasts, or the internet. But we did have Fire and the Wheel, which was pretty cool. I wanted to live in California and work overseas after college, so I got a job with Oracle Corporation working in the San Francisco Bay Area and stayed there for about a year. Then I transferred to Oracle Systems Hong Kong and worked there for 18 months. I've also lived and worked in Singapore and Germany. A few years later, I started and built my own company, winning multiple awards. From an early age, I knew that I wanted to get married and raise a family. While my wife worked after college, she became a full-time homemaker after we started our family. We decided to homeschool, and now our 3 adult children seem to be doing well. The eldest graduated from college and is now married, and the 2 younger ones are pursuing STEM degrees. But if you have kids, you know there were many challenges along the way. I wasn't a fit or active kid. In fact, I was a little pudgy. But at age 21, I started running and have made fitness a priority ever since, even through shoulder surgery, kidney stones, and total hip replacement. I continue to bike, hike, work out with weights, and play my favorite sport, beach volleyball. But I've also been dealing with skin cancer since the very early age of 30. While I focused on my family and my career in my 20s and 30s, I always promised myself that at some point I'd give to others. In my early 40s, I got involved with a homeless charity that had gotten on the wrong side of the IRS. Their longtime supporters were abandoning them, and they were about to fail. But I believed in their mission. So I took a hit to my income and told my clients that I could only work part-time for the foreseeable future. And I devoted thousands of hours of my own time to help orchestrate a turnaround of this charity. I'm proud to say that charity continues to thrive today, and in 2009 I was awarded the Governor's Award, which is given to one individual each year for distinguished service to the people and the state. So that's a little bit about me. I hope I've earned the right to speak into your life to help you win at the game of life. As I wrap up, I'd like to share something that's impacted our lives a lot in the last 30 years. When we were young and in our 20s, my wife and I used to get this newsletter called The Bottom Line. It was an honest-to-goodness printed paper newsletter that came in the mail. That's U.S. mail. And it was an eclectic collection of articles and inspirational little tidbits. And we had this one thing, it was literally about this big. In there it had 4 bullets, and I'd like to read those to you now. Number 1, we cannot change our past, we can only learn from it. By creating this channel though, I hope that you can help learn from our mistakes and also benefit from the things that helped us succeed. 2, happiness is not a function of money or social status, it's a function of family, friends, and spirituality. 3, great things are accomplished because we didn't know how hard they would be when we began. I can't tell you how true that is and how many things it's applied to in my life, whether it be getting married and starting a family, or starting my own business, or salvaging that charity that was on the brink of disaster. None of those things were easy, and had I known how difficult they would have been before I started, maybe I wouldn't have started them. But I'm so glad that I did, because those experiences have really enriched my life and made me the person who I am. 4. Every person has the ability to improve the life of someone else. Yep, that's why I've got this channel and why I'm trying to help you win at the game of life. So please stay tuned to my channel as I branch out and begin building out content in these different areas. I'll continue producing entertaining car videos and of course my very helpful hip vlogs. But I'm also going to branch out into new areas like health, family, career, etc. Thanks and have a great day.
Take a lesson from Cuban Pete, and I'll teach you to chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
He's a really modest guy, although he's the hottest guy in Havana.
If you like the beats, take a lesson from Cuban Pete, and I'll teach you to chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky